Think it's recording. Okay, so we're recording. We're recording. Hey, okay, there it goes. Okay, hey everybody. How are you guys? Long time no see. Um, First, I want to give you guys a little update about what's been going on with me. I know I've been gone for a little bit, doing my thing, keeping my spiritual boundaries protected. Uh, First, Muse Goddess is still out there. We are just in the process of creating new products. We have a whole new line of oils coming out. We have a whole new line of candles coming out. Yeah, so stay tuned for all that. Some more spiritual boxes probably in the future, more towards the summer. We also have a new endeavor that is going to be aligning itself with Muse Goddess, and that will be coming online very shortly. I'm excited to explain all that. Um, for those that are in my Mighty Network, I just want to give you guys a quick wow. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys have stepped into your authenticity. Um, you really reached for a part of yourself that a lot of people won't go to. And that type of work is what is about to be unfolded in this next chapter for us. This is going to be a mini Medusa workshop, okay? And in this workshop, we are really going to start laying a different foundation. Let me just put my notes right there so I can keep an eye on them. With this Medusa program workshop set of videos, however you want to look at it. Sorry, it's supposed to be going through my Bluetooth, but it's not. That's weird. Okay. Again, we are in amazing alignments with all kinds of tech. We're getting ready to have another retrograde and all that. So, but at the same time, we have all of these amazing elements lining up at the same time that are really going to propel a lot of people. And it's important that I get out here right now and put this out there for you. Medusa is, for a lot of people who have had experiences with her, not a costume, not a Halloween mask or Pinterest art, which is nice. It is really nice that to see all of the aspects of Medusa that come through on the art. It is, it's, how do I put this? It's a trend, right? This whole Medusa thing that we've been seeing in the last 10 years. Um, But what I'm going to be bringing you is not a trend that is stitched into spiritual language just so that it sounds powerful. Medusa, for a lot of us who have had real encounters and real experiences in working with that archetypal energy in our life, she has become boundary. She has become consequence. She is a moment where illusions begin to crack and you begin to see yourself less performative. And I think that that is what I want the foundation of this workshop to be about. And it's more of the we are not going to be romanticizing Medusa. The the myth of her being a monster of sort that turns these poor patriarchal men into stone. What we are going to do is about meeting a part of yourself that has been called too much, a little too intense, or maybe, ooh, that's just a little too dangerous, and asking whether that was truth or projection. I hope you guys can hear the crows. They're just going crazy. It is about real spiritual work on a level that is not imitation. We are no longer doing the fake it till you make it. We have seen the snakes in the grass. We have seen the rats among our community. So this is really going to be about not repeating what someone else has channeled. It is not copying the rituals because it looks good. It's cute. Oh, I love the way that felt. Authentic growth requires you to have confrontations and address those head on. In ancient Greece, Medusa's gaze turned people to stone, right? And symbolically, that's what our own truth does to us. It freezes the ego. It halts all the false narratives. It squashes the imposter syndromes. It stops you mid-performance. Now, the earliest myths about her are moral. As a priestess in Athena's temple, she was a part of this Patreon of right and wrong. In later stories, they began to shift, as all do, into something more monstrous and less moral and human. And this shift really matters, okay? Because history often transforms the most powerful women into monsters, into warnings. Look at Lilith, look at Hecate, look at Medusa, look at Isis, Nephesis, okay? Look at how they shift Kali. Carl Jung wrote about these figures as internal forces of shaped behavior. And those internal forces shaping how a person carries themselves and moves forward in the world. Medusa represents the shadow feminine, that rage that you feel after a violation, the protection after a betrayal, and then ultimately the power after the silencing. One of the biggest things that you see when you study mythology carefully is you see a pattern of narrative control. So, in my eyes, that alone is worth contemplation. Why would they paint these characters, as they say, in such light? What was the purpose? And then you start to see that it was all them building a revenge energy. And in my view, Medusa wasn't about that revenge energy. It was about self reclaiming and being able to reclaim the identity of oneself in its truest form, self perception. And it allows your authenticity to come through not as a loud boom, but as a precise definition of who you are. It's the ability to stand in your own truth without any distortion, without all that background noise that comes through. It requires looking at where in your own personal life have you copied or imitated others in order to feel safe in your own world? Where have you softened yourself or changed yourself or hid part of yourself to be accepted? Where have you maybe hardened yourself in order to avoid any harm coming to you? Setting impossible boundaries. See, Medusa, she doesn't negotiate with illusion. She removes it. So that's what this workshop will be about. It will be about grounding you in real spiritual discipline. This is not a chance to run around and do performative rituals. This is self-inquiry without self-deception. Love the crows. On point. Shadow work is rooted in psychological principles. Boundary formation is based in your own nervous system's regulations. And accountability practices, well, that aligns your behavior with your declared values. So, one of the things that I have always done when I do client work is express that growth is measurable. You will see a growth if you do the work. It shows in your decisions that you make as you start to go forward. It shows in your speech, how you talk to yourself, how you talk to others. And it's also in who you allow near you. So, with a lot of those that are out there right now, running around, jumping from platform to platform, trying to figure out or staying with current platforms that are oppressive, patriarchal, you really start to see that you can become an embodiment of it. So if you're ready to look within yourself without any filters, then you're ready to sit with Medusa. Not to worship her, to face her. I have heard countless spiritualists tell you, don't open your eyes to her. Don't gaze at her. Well, if you don't want to know your own shadow, then yeah, because her gaze upon her sisters is Athena's gift. Her gaze upon her sisters shows you where your authenticity is and is not. So you have to face her. And so in facing her, you begin to face your true self, the words that you put into your own mind, the behavior and patterns that become self-sabotaging as you grow in your spiritual practice. The foundation that I'm going to teach you is simple. It's truth over aesthetic. As you see these spiritualists start to crumble, these false teachers who have taught programs for thousands of dollars just to show you how their method was without giving you the tools to take you down the path that you need to take for yourself, not for them, then this is going to be exactly what you're looking for. This is going to be discipline over drama. And that's self-discipline. This is transformations over theatrics, smoke and mirrors. And that gaze will soon become bright to you. So the Medusa work is not drifting into spiritual symbolism for, you know, the sake of drama. We are now starting to see it tighten and sharpen. And these last pieces that we begin to build, the meditation on our own inner authenticities and the foundation of real spiritual work and discipline are now the spine that is going to be this workshop. This is no longer about mythology, ladies and gentlemen, if there's gentlemen watching me today. This is going to be about reshaping our own narratives to be the most truest and authentic as we move forward. So with that, I want to kind of get you guys into a little bit of a flow. And oh, I know my kitties are over at the door meowing for me. It's okay. Um, I want to give you a foundational basis of getting yourself ready for this workshop and allow for real transformation to begin. And so instead of doing a full settle yourself in, let's do a meditation, I want to just do a visualization exercise of sort because not everybody can ground themselves in for real, true, deep meditations. Even though I love a good meditation, session. Oh, they are the best. This is going to be a chance for you to have some self confrontation, maybe some self reclaiming. And definitely, this is going to help get you into alignment with this next chapter that we're doing in this workshop. So just settle into your body, not into your comfort, not into your pain, just into your presence. You're very fundamentally present being. Your breath, you can sit, you can lay down. You just want your spine to be nice and strong, right? If you want to elongate it, maybe lay your hands in an open resting position, but definitely, you know, give that unguarded spine a chance just to be strong and tall. And close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes and maybe you're listening to this as you're taking an afternoon walk, allow your mind to stay present to where you're at, but to truly just allow yourself to go within for a moment. Again, not to escape the world that is outside of us, but just to finally stop copying it, to stop being the trendy person for this moment, the politically correct, the morally sound compass. Just allow yourself to breathe in through your nose, deep and unembellished. Just no theatrics to it, just nice cleansing breath. Maybe you want to hold that just for a minute and again, just release it out through your mouth. If you feel so much that in you that that was like, oh yeah, that's yummy, let me do that again, go right ahead. Allow yourself to take in that deep, just ever so present breath in this moment. If you need to do it again, you can. And just imagine for yourself what it would be like if, with every breath out, you dropped a piece of a persona. Maybe you dropped a mask that you learned for survival. Maybe the voices borrowed that don't belong. Maybe it's a reflex to soften, to shrink, to impress, to imitate. And at this moment, there's nothing here that you have to perform for. Nothing that you need to take with you right now. So let us now just kind of, as you're standing there, maybe with your eyes closed or open, allow yourself to visually see a dark shoreline just at dusk. Beneath you is nice, beautiful stone under your foot. You can smell the salt in the air. The world is quiet in a way that gets just before the truth arrives. That moment, that breath. Do not allow yourself to be afraid here. Because in this moment, this is your truth. This is where you are fully awake to your own self. Or right now, the shadows that are ahead of you, allow yourself to begin to see Medusa's form begin to emerge. Not, not one of a caricature, not one of a Pinterest art, not the monster that you were taught to be afraid of, but begin to see her as the feminine power that they feared so much, being uncontained. This is Medusa's true form. It's ancient, it's grounded, it's still. And her gaze, when you look upon her, is not violent, it's precise, it's unvarnished. And her presence isn't that of something that's threatening. It's a presence of true revelation and self-awareness. She does not move towards you. She just stands there. She waits. And she waits because she knows the authenticity that you're seeking can't be chased. It only steps forward on its own when you're ready to do the work, when you're ready to see yourself unmasked, and when you are ready, you will walk towards her. And in this visualization right now, if you feel that your body is walking towards her, I want you to begin to notice if there's any feelings that are coming up in your body. Is there any tightness? Is there any resistance? Are you carrying old shame someone cast upon you because of old belief systems? Are you carrying old guilt because you chose to live your life for you and not someone else? The reflex to explain yourself before you've even been accused of anything. Let all of those things begin to surface. Allow yourself to see where you have been allowing outside sources to navigate your life because you thought that's the way it's supposed to be. Allow it all to surface. Because I want you to remember this one thing. Medusa doesn't punish what is being revealed. She just dissolves what is fake. She removes what is no longer serving. And you shall find yourself standing before her. I don't want you to shy away. I want you to allow her to look directly at you, not at who you pretend to be, sister, not who you were trained to be, not who you were raised to be, but who you actually are when no one is around watching you. Let her gaze strip away any imitation. Allow it to come through your chest first. Remove that shield of imitation that you hold and be authentically you. Then allow it to go to your throat and remove those words that bind you, that keep you boxed in, or that help you into feeling acceptance. Then I want you to go behind your eyes and remove the visions that you've built of yourself that needed to have approval, and allow it to begin to harden and fall away. Not destroyed, released. They were never wrong. They were just temporary to help you get to the point you're at right now. It's okay to let them go now. And then all of that removal and release, Medusa can now speak, not aloud, but allow her to speak directly into your nervous system. And I want you to repeat this to yourself over and over again throughout the day. Everything you do, repeat this to yourself before doing it. Stop outsourcing your identity. Let me say that again. Stop outsourcing your identity. Allow the weight of that. Feel the weight of that true statement to land within your spirit, within your foundation. Stop outsourcing your identity. You have known it. You've avoided it. You felt it every time you betrayed your own knowing just to be accepted. Sisters, look at that. Look at what you have put into your world, not into your face, not in your face value, but within your own energy, your energy field. I want you to see the places that you have dimmed your own truth. Where have maybe you needed to copy another person's power instead of cultivating it on your own? Where you chose comfort over integrity? Where you've avoided accountability by calling it peace? This is pivotal right now. I cannot let you turn away. I need you to stay looking. Do not turn away right now. Do not run from it. This is not punishment. This is ownership in its purest form. So if everything's starting to feel a little heavy right now, I want you to breathe. Inhale responsibly. Exhale self-deception. And again, let yourself inhale that responsibility and exhale deception. Remember, stop outsourcing your identity. As you're feeling this heaviness, Medusa allows you a moment of her energy as she places her hand at the center of your chest. It's steady, it's grounded, and it's unapologetic. And you hear her voice very clear. Authenticity is not softness, it's alignment. And alignment requires accountability. Allow that energy you feel to anchor into you, holding it in your heart space. I want you to remember you are not here to be liked. You are not here to be mirrored. You are not here to be palatable. You are not here to be conformed. You are here to be true and true to yourself. And as you feel this, you see that the snakes in her hair begin to move, not in a threatening manner as if they're going to come at you like a monster, but alive, intelligent, alert. These snakes that you're seeing today represent instinct, discernment, and boundaries that do not ask for permission. One by one, allow them to coil gently around you, not in a binding, but in attunement. Allow their little whispers to come through clear. Trust what you know. One says, stop asking for permission. Another one says, stand where your soul stands. Another one comes in, let your actions match your words and give you the sight to see those that don't. Another one slithers around and says, let your energy tell the truth, even when your mouth is silent. My sisters, this right here is your highest energy. This in you, right here. Not the loud, not the performative, not the reactive, but the unmistakable you. Now, Medusa begins to step back out of your sight. Her work here is not to guide your life. It's to remove the lies that keep you from living it. And she leaves you with this one final imprint. Walk as you are, not as you were conditioned, not as you were rewarded, not as you imitated. Your authenticity is not a destination. It is the daily practice of alignment, honesty, and responsibility to yourself. I want you to take a breath of that. To walk as you are, not as you were conditioned, not as you were rewarded to be, not how you imitated in order to gain. Let's let your nervous system begin to learn what it feels like to be in this state of authenticity, true self-identity. Allow your body to begin to mesmerize in its beauty and memorize it. Let your choices that you make from today forward be shaped by it. When you're ready, you can bring your awareness back to where you're at or begin to slowly pay more attention to what you have, or maybe it's even open your eyes a little or your fingers wiggle. However, don't rush this feeling right now. And there's no need to explain the experience that you just had. Allow yourself to carry it. Because this is what it means to walk in your authenticity, in your highest energy, not protected, not aligned, awake, and in full accountability. That is what this is about. And so as we go forward, I want you to I want you to see that this workshop that we're going to embark on is locked into three pillars. The first is self-perception without distortion. What does that mean? That means I look at myself and I go, okay, I'm Shannon. Hi, this is me. I don't add anything to it. Accountability without shame. I'm quirky. I'm weird. And I have a weird sense of humor, but that's me. And power without performance is being able to stand here before you and tell you how the spiritualists and the gurus and the retreat owners and all of the witches on TikTok or Instagram and all the hoodooists, everything that's on these social medias, it's all performative. It's all meant to keep you in their grasp. So power for me without performance is showing you how to be you, how not to use the ways that I have healed myself and moved on as yours, because we each have to find our own. Yes, we can be put on a path, but no two experiences will be the same. And a lot of these retreat spiritualists and gurus and all that, they have that perception. You have to do it the way I did it, and that's not right. There will be no theatrics coming from this Medusa program. There will be no borrowed language, love, light. There will be no spiritual cosplay. It's coming at you the way it is. This is structured totally on inner work. Psychological shadow integration, boundary recalibrations, nervous system awareness, and practical embodiment. So if you've been circling authenticity, but still feel fragments of imitation in your own voice, maybe in your own rituals, maybe it's even in your own leadership, this is where you get to confront it. Medusa does not destroy what is real. She only exposes what's inside of us that's fake. And for me, all of that fakeness was charging for programs, charging for this, charging for that. This is where that stops. From here on out, everything I do will be free of charge. My only ask is that if you feel that I have helped you in some way, you send a donation to my PayPal. And if you don't, it's no worries. I don't want you to feel obligated. I don't want you to feel like there needs to be a monetary exchange for energy work, because that practice has to stop. And I believe that exposure is where our alignment really will begin. The new age of Aquarius. And so with that, should I pull a card? Yeah, I should pull a card. Let's do the Crow's Tarot. I really love this deck. This is a great deck. This is a really great deck. So what is the cards? Medusa, sweet and kind and authentic Medusa. Her sweetness is in her truth and her authenticity. Where do we need to send the collective today with our card reading? What do they need? Hmm. Three of Swords. I'm sorry, Three of Wands. Three of Wands. There we go. Come on. Focus. There we go. She's waiting to step across to calmer waters. She's ready to take that walk so she can have her star moment, guiding by your own internal North Star to take that walk, to be authentic. And is there any, let's try the Goddess Oracle deck. Is there any goddess that wants to help work today? Give us a little guidance for this as we end. My sisters, I will try to upload more here in the coming days. We will have a schedule, I promise. I'm just, like I said, I'm finalizing some things and working in a direction that's going to guide everybody properly. So, what is our goddess oracle message? What goddess wants to come through? I like to take the flippers, but I don't think we're getting a flipper on this one. Wow, this is fitting. We got Kali. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. And it's destruction. I love how her hair kind of looks like Medusa's snakes coming forward. The three skulls on her neck. Very fitting. Right in the heart space, too. Her third eye open. So, sisters, let's see what the book says about Kali's destruction. So, when you get Kali, a massive change is coming in your way. Kali reminds you this destruction will clear the way for new and better things. Such a shakeup may weaken your foundation just for a time, but you are capable of rebuilding something more beautiful from the ashes. It may be difficult to see the light while you are in this darkness, but trust that the future holds brighter things if you are willing to work for them. Every act of destruction is an opportunity for creation. Wow, that is so spot ass on for this. So, again, this is the first step in this workshop. Um, you're not going to get the like, comment, subscribe, all that from me. Put in your comments of how this felt for you and all that. I won't be doing that. We're not going to do that. If you feel compelled, that's on you. Um, for those that are serious about taking this workshop, I have a mighty network that is a safe space for you to step into your authenticity and to remove any imitations that maybe are holding you back. So, that I will say, if you are interested in joining the Mighty Network, I have a few questionnaires that I will be asking before I send you the invite to the Mighty Network, where you can do, all that inner work and you really work on in a group area where you can be witnessed removing a mask or standing in your authenticity, where you have a platform of other women that will be there to help guide, not guide you, but cheer you on, or just stand by your side as you remove something that is, shameful for you, or is a source of intimidation, or maybe you were stuck in the love and light community that, would allow these atrocities and all these immoral things happen to them, but all the time sitting there going, it's okay because I still love and I will give them the light. And that was not authentic. That is not an authentic way of healing and moving forward. So maybe you have a bit of that. Maybe there's a bit of you that you've been copying others for so long that you've lost your own way and you need to reconnect with that. So that's what this will be. This My Mighty Network is a group where you can go and you can have that authentic experience. Um, you are not going to get any feedback that is of any kind of self-help. You're not going to get feedback of things that are going to help, that they have done. It's a definitely a different group of people, let me tell you that. So I do have the Mighty Network. If you want to comment below this video, we can go through the questionnaires and see if you're a good fit for the Mighty Network group. Otherwise, you can see me here on my YouTube page, where I will be continuing these workshops. And again, free of charge, because again, we are in the age of Aquarius. We need the truth to be out there. We need to start calling these people out for who they are. Um, we're already seeing that we have a lot of them that were in the Epstein files. So again, when you are being taught by a spiritual leader that is a false masked spiritual leader, you get left in a place where you're just like, I've been imitating this for X amount of years, and now what? So that is what this will be for. Okay, let me bring it all back. If there's any questions or anything like that, you can always put them in the comments below. Um, but yeah, until my next video, bye guys. Oh, 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 oh. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. I had one more thing I was supposed to say before we exit. Yes, yes. Give me 1 second. Let me double check. Double check. Oh, yes. Inside the Mighty Network, there will be no comments unless prompted, no advice given, no Me Too bonding spirals, no written reflections or video sharing. It will be so that we can preserve Medusa as clarity, not community therapy. It will not be anything like that. So, let me just. Okay. So with that, I want to leave you with one final thing. Access to Medusa isn't something you do in public. Medusa is a very private thing. And so there will be details in the description of how you can sign up for the Mighty Network to be going through all that. Um, there will be a private intake form, so there's no sign up page. Um, and there's one more thing, I just can't find it. I believe that is it. We shall see. Yep. Okay, so that is everything. That is everything. That is all of it. So, again, thanks, guys, and I will see you on the next one.